Hi you guys, and welcome to your reading. This is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I am speaking to somebody that has basically got the High Priestess card as your first card. You are very intuitive. I also get this feeling of you are currently, or have been for a while, almost like praying for something, hoping for something. There's something about what you want isn't coming in because we have the Justice card in reverse. So there's definitely some unfairness you feel. But what I'm getting is there's also self-deception here. For some of you, there is self-deception. And I feel like this self-deception is about you not admitting to yourself or not letting yourself believe that you are actually a lot more intuitive, a lot more powerful than what you have so far let yourself believe. Your self-image of yourself, and you don't see yourself as big as you truly are. Like, there is something in your energy about you being very, very intuitive. You may even have psychic gifts. You might have a very, well, I already know you have a really strong intuition, but there's something where you're not fully believing it. And I think this is the justice. It's almost like injustice to yourself because of your beliefs, because you also have the Magician card in reverse. So you might feel like, there's a blockage, like I'm not manifesting what I want, things I want aren't coming in. But I feel like this is something to do with your own beliefs about yourself, some sort of self-image, some sort of beliefs about yourself that need to change. Maybe some of you maybe this reading is the sign, is what you needed to finally hear, to admit to yourself, okay, I'm not going to keep myself small. I'm not going to think I can only attract this or I can only manifest this. I feel like your destiny is a lot greater than what you believe. And you might think, oh no, I'm quite ambitious, so I want this. Maybe you should want more. Maybe you should trust, not just want more, but maybe you should trust that you are capable of more. You don't need to pray and hope, and when will it come? Universe, give it to me. Hoping it comes from the outside. There's something about the inside. There's some sort of self-deception of where you're not understanding that you might be doing everything right to manifest what you want. But if you don't believe and see yourself, if you truly don't, in your mind's eye, see yourself as someone very powerful, very fortunate, very intuitive, very gifted, very blessed, if you don't see yourself as that person that ultimately you want to become, that can hold the energy of everything you say you want, who is it you need to become to have that? And that doesn't mean you need to go out there and change something. It's about your own mindset of how you see yourself. There's some sort of self-image work. It could be inner child healing that could help you. It could be maybe just journaling and really changing the way you see yourself. Take that as it resonates. But there is something about you being a lot greater than what you are, and I feel like you're keeping yourself small. Somehow, some way, maybe the environments you're in, maybe the people you're around, or maybe it is just the way you see yourself. Something needs to change in that, because we have the Eight of Wands and the King of Pentacles together. There is going to be a change, and I feel like you clicking on this reading, hearing this message, is a big sign that there is a change happening, because what you want, this King of Pentacles, of success, wish fulfillment, being wealthy, being successful, being able, like, being the king and queen, like that, you're at the top, but I feel like you're keeping yourself small. I don't feel like you really believe that someone like you, or who you are, can really truly have that. Maybe you feel like it just never works out for me. I'm just, disadvantaged because of this, because of that, all these beliefs, all these stories you've told yourself. It needs to be cleared, because you have this strong energy of what you want coming in, and when it comes in, it's going to be fast. It's going to be with no obstacles. It's just going to be straight. Like I feel like there's a lot of blockage and unfairness and things not working out. That's all going to change. It is going to change, and because there's no doubt about it. The Eight of Wands and King of Pentacles together, it's not just this by itself. Eventually you'll get there. It's like, boom, it's going to happen. It's going to happen quick. It's coming in. It's for you. It's meant to be. And maybe that's why you clicked on this reading, because you needed that sort of something, like a sign to help you believe, like, wow, that really is me. That really is my destiny. Because we've got this sort of, I feel like you're working on things. You've got this sort of slow, methodical approach. You're doing everything you need to do. And that's great. But there's something in this sort of slow, sluggish, even though that card doesn't actually indicate to sluggish, it actually indicates to you putting in the work, you're doing what you need to do, you keep going. you know, methodical approach, like a healthy, disciplined attitude towards things. So this is a good card, but what I'm getting from this with this energy is this sort of slow, methodical approach. No more. Like, I feel like something needs to shift in your energy, because the reason I'm getting that from that card is because of these two cards in reverse. You're doing what you need to do, you're hoping and praying, you keep going, but you are bigger than what you realize. I don't feel like you truly want to have this slow, methodical approach to things and doing I feel like you want something big. You need to admit this to yourself, and you need to realize you need to change the way you see yourself. That you are somebody that deserves this, that you are somebody that can pull this into your energy. You can flip. What I'm getting is you can flip these cards, and you will, and you're going to do it with your energy, because there is going to be a sudden upheaval. There is going to be a destruction of the old ways, and for you, I'm feeling like it's something up here. Something is going to suddenly just boom, change. And maybe something will happen physically in your life, a change of events. Something will happen that will destroy your old ways of doing and believing things. And you are going to have clarity. You've got the Ace of Swords after that. This situation, whatever it is, if it hasn't already happened, it will happen. It will be sudden. It may seem negative. It may not come easily. It may be a bit of a sudden shock to the system, because sometimes this can be quite dramatic. But whatever it is, it's happening for the best, because you've got the Ace of Swords. You're going to cut through the confusion of not knowing, of wondering why. Please, you know what I'm getting from this card? Hoping and praying maybe one day it will come, even though that's typically not what the High Priestess is about. This is about your intuition and being quite high up with the intuition. Like, you're not just anyone. Like, there's something about you that is very special, very spiritually advanced. But from this card, for some reason in this reading, I just got it as someone just trying to, you know, do everything right. Maybe you're doing a lot of manifestation practices. Maybe you're hoping and praying things will change. But there's almost like a keeping yourself small, almost like a powerless feeling. That's what I'm getting. You have this like powerless feeling of, you know, I'm doing everything I can, but it doesn't quite work out. And sometimes you feel defeated, but you keep going. You keep putting in the work, and you're trying to be disciplined. But this is going to be you, strong. Can you see how that person is just trusting? They're powerful. I get a lot more of a powerful energy from this card than from even though the High Priestess, like I said, it is a powerful card. It is about your powerful energy, but I'm just getting where you're heading, this sudden change that's going to happen. There's going to be this, no more hoping and praying and please one day will it happen. You're going to have the sword in your hands. You're going to be the one to bring this in. You are the one wielding the sword. You are the one with the power. And I feel like that's what needs to change. It's like, I feel like a part of you knows you're bigger and you're meant for more, but there is some, you will know what it is. There is something where you're not fully believing, something to do with your self-image, but don't worry, help is on the way, honey. There is going to be a change. You're going to cut through the confusion. You're going to stand strong. Maybe you're doing therapy. Maybe you're doing things in place to change your mindset. But either way, this is going to happen. That is your true destiny of the King of Pentacles. Right, I'm going to go to the Cosmic Energy Oracle deck next. Okay, we have two cards that have jumped out. We have intuition. Like I said, you are a very intuitive person. I'm getting the word higher powers. Like, sometimes I think these words come in my head and I'm like, no, that feels a bit, you know, a bit too much or a bit of a reach, but I'm just going to say what I feel from it. I feel like I said, you're bigger than what you know. You have a stronger intuition than what you know, and you are transforming. With the butterflies, it's a sign you are transforming, because we have intuition and then we have gratitude. You are going to get to a point where you're going to be so grateful for who you really are. You're going to be so grateful for this incredible intuition that you have. I feel like gifted. You're going to be gifted. You're going to be so grateful for this, and maybe this will help you with your intuition. It says, be grateful for every moment. Keep a heart of gratitude. Maybe sometimes you're feeling defeated, but there is something you need to be grateful for. You need to trust. Okay. Did you see how I said words come into my head, but I wasn't sure? Sometimes they feel too big, but I'm just going to say it. That in itself was the energy of not trusting my intuition, not trusting what came to me and judging it as, that seems a bit far-fetched, or should I say that? No, of course you should. If it came to your head, that's part of the reading. That's the message I'm getting. And I feel like that happened at the same time I pull these cards to just, yeah, that's what the message is. Be grateful for your intuition. Trust in your intuition. It's maybe some of you aren't trusting. Okay, this could be the block for a lot of you. This could be the block, and where you're doing an injustice to yourself because you are not fully trusting in your intuition. Maybe sometimes you get nudges and realize and thoughts come in or ideas come in, but you're like, oh no, that can't be it, and you're doubting it. Instead of doubting your intuition, be grateful for it. Lean into it. Okay, and then we have creativity. Someone here wants to maybe be more creative or is very creative and isn't giving their energy to that. And that is what's going to transform you. When you give your energy to your creativity, it doesn't have to be your job. It doesn't have to be, your side hustle. It can be if you want it to be, but it doesn't have, it could just be something you do as a hobby, something you do on the weekends. There's something about being creative. Don't put too much pressure on it. Just do something creative that makes you feel good. Follow your passion, and that is going to help you transform. I feel like that is what's going to strengthen your intuition and help you believe in it more. Okay, I'm going to go to the Threads of Karma deck next. Oh, okay, we have cards flying out at me. Okay. We have the cycle stops with you. For some people, this card is all about, I feel like, your ancestors. There's been patterns that have been perpetuating through the generations, and it's going to end with you. You trusting your intuition, I feel like you keeping yourself small, not trusting your intuition, not following your passions, and maybe doing what you think you should do or what others tell you to do. Something about that, about keeping your energy small and not being your highest self, not trusting your intuition. This has been happening for generations. This is not just started with you. It's keeping yourself small, being fearful, lackful mentality. All these things have been going on for generations, and the cycle stops with you. You are the one your ancestors prayed for. This pain ends in your hands. Choose differently now. Choose differently. And then we have elevate your energy. Your energy determines your reality. Lift your vibration and watch your world shift. And we've got joy, clarity, peace, love. We have like the words fear, doubt, and guilt in like the background. I don't know if you can see that. They're in the background, but that's what's happening. They're in the background. You're letting go of that fear, any guilt, any shame, anything keeping you small, you're releasing it. And you just, can you see how she's elevating? That looks like a very, very peaceful, uplifting picture. And then we have release past wounds. Old wounds hold your energy hostage. Let go of what no longer serves you and make space for healing. Okay, I'm going to go to the self-care wisdom deck, I believe it is. And then, yeah, I think we'll start wrapping up this reading because I feel like the message is clear here. You are keeping yourself small. Trust in your intuition. You are more powerful. You are greater than what you believe you are. Okay, some cards have fallen. I'm just going to grab those. Okay, we have truth. And we have love. Truth is different at different levels of consciousness. Reserve judgment. There's something you're going to see, some sort of truth you're going to realize. And I feel like that's what the Tower card is about. You are going to come to some realization. And it says reserve judgment. Truth is different at different levels of consciousness. Something you think is true, some sort of illusion is going to be wiped out. This Tower card, something is coming in, something's going to happen where you are going to end up being like this. No more keeping yourself small, no more doubting yourself, no more of these illusions. You're going to see the truth. And then we have the love card. Love people, love them with all your heart. Just be sure to love yourself first. Someone is not putting themselves first and truly loving themselves first. Someone is more concerned about what will they think? What if I do this? How will it affect other people? How will they judge me? Or will it cause a problem? There's something about that in your energy for some of you that needs to shift. Okay, let's end this reading with the Y deck. So if you have a question that you need an answer to, get it in mind. Why? Okay, we have because you're ready for a new chapter. That's popped out. You are ready for a new chapter. I get that card a lot, so I feel like the collective drawn to my readings, there's definitely some change. And then we have to teach you to set boundaries. This is what I'm saying. Some of you, like the love card, it's okay to love others, but not more than yourself. Love yourself first, put yourself first. I feel like some of you have been taught, society teaches us people, our upbringing, a lot of people will tell us that, oh, but you need to make other people happy more than yourself. If you choose yourself, you're selfish. If you put yourself first, you're selfish. And that is false. Because what they're saying is, don't do what you want to do, because that makes you selfish. Do what I want you to do, because that's not selfish. Do you see with that programming where it's just false? It's all illusions. It's not real. Some of you really need to set those boundaries. And that is, I feel like that's the injustice and magician card in reverse. That's the blockage. That's the injustice to yourself. That's where things aren't manifesting. That's where the energy block is. You need to set boundaries. You need to believe you're bigger than what you are, because you've got the King of Pentacles. There's no doubt about it. That is where you're heading. You are ready for a new chapter. I'm just going to put that there side by side. That is your new chapter that you are ready for. Set your boundaries, believe in yourself, and this is where you are heading. Okay, that was your reading. Let me know how it resonated in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.